What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Mystic fun on the Hardcore Mystic series in Dungeon Defenders 2. We are on the Ramparts campaign hard. Anyone joining at this point, what we do on these Hardcore series is we go until we lose a map. We did the Dryad last time around. This time the Mystic is up. And we're seeing how far in the game we can make it before losing a map. When we do lose a map, the series is then over. So we're on a brand new fresh account, just starting over, just a Mystic only. At this point, this is what we got. I got a gray helmet and chest. We got this blue weapon, and then here are our relics that we have so far. So let's go ahead and build it out and get this one started here. We've got a 4-wave map this time around, and I think we'll still do the same or similar things. We'll go with a Viper's Fang right there. Let's get a little Sand Viper action in. Now, I am putting these uncomfortably close to the walls, and the reason being is I just don't have a whole lot of range, so trying to get as much range on them as possible. Let's throw a sand trap in right about there, and let's head on around and see what else we can do. We got the crashed balcony over at this side, so why don't we go with our wall like there, and then we'll set up top here. So we'll go with same thing, I think. We'll just get three Sand Vipers, and we're wanting to get these in, you know, hopefully they're not going to take any damage from any range goblins. We will find out there. Let's give it a sand trap. We will have some leftovers here, I believe, that we're going to be able to do a little bit more with. And then here for the east dock. I think we can do it in a similar fashion. We'll put the wall like all the way back here, and then we'll go with some snakes up. How do we want to do the snakes here? Let's put them like right here. So we'll go snake, snake, and snake. We do want to make sure that we're covering the wall area. That way we don't have any problems there. Let's get a sand trap in, and boy, we are going to have just a truckload of DU left. Now here, I think we just go ahead and let them come up the ramp. So let's go with 2 Sand Vipers. You know what? One thing we used to do way back in the day on this map is we built on the rope. I just got a feeling that these are going to get destroyed, but I don't know what made me even think about that, as it's been a long time. I can remember during the super early cannonball meta, we would build our cannonballs up on this rope going, you know, kind of like in a crossfire. I got a feeling, though, in 2025, this may not be the smoothest move. Let's see. We'll go with another one right there. And then we'll put one about like that. We can go with 2 sand traps, I think, on this one. We'll just go side by side with them like that so it covers everything. And we got a bunch of DU left, so let's just add in a few Serpent's Coils, kind of as last resort at the wall. Let's throw a couple of them down on each wall here. And that's still going to leave me some. Actually, over here, why don't we do that with them? Throw a couple up top. How about over here? This is going to be one hero that it's just going to be so nice once we can get some shards going. That is for sure. Let's see, and we're out of juice now, so let's just go ahead and let it fly. Still got 200 left. Lots of DU left on this one. We're going to need to progress a little bit further in, though, before we can get any more. Let's get that call to madness going here. Let these guys scrap it out a little bit. Just going to keep an eye on the mini-map and see what's going on. I see I'm already getting enemies built up on the walls. Just want to make sure that they're getting handled here. Ooh, wow. Another 11 seconds on the Call to Madness. The cooldown on that with no shards is just rough getting used to. We'll drop another one there. Now, one of the struggles we'll have here until we get some, some better shards and mods is no matter how many snakes we put here, only one beam from a snake can hit one target at any time. Which means, we could potentially struggle a bit in that regard. Let's see. Let's throw... These are certainly going to get destroyed, right? I mean, I just feel like, how would they not? I'm tempted to throw another regular Serpent's Coil up here to get a little upfront damage in. Let's do that. We still got a ton of DU left. We can do something else in the middle, maybe? Or we can just fight in the middle and try to load this area up. Why don't we do that instead? So let's go, let's just get a little upfront damage in here. Hopefully we got enough range to reach down there. And I think we're at the point where we might be overkilling it a little bit with snakes, because once again we come to that challenge where they're not all going to hit. Well, he died so quick. One of the benefits super early game with abilities is they're just all super strong right out of the gates. Oh no, we got flyers rolling in. I failed on the flyer department. We'll throw a little last resort down back here in the back for the flyers. You know what? When I did this one on the Dryad, I think I did the same thing. I think I failed a touch on the flyer department in the first wave that they come. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that. And that leaves 50. So what we'll do is we'll just throw a Sand Viper there. And then we'll throw in a coil here as well. Weird. It was locked in between two defenses at the same time there. Alright, let's throw a Serpent Coil in as well. That way we get a little bit of last resort damage. And then let's get this all upgraded. We don't want those flyers pushing through, that is for sure. Let's just go ahead and let it fly. Can't upgrade any further there. We do have one wall that is in need of a little love. Let's just throw a quick upgrade on it. We'll drop a Call to Madness here to buy ourselves a little bit of time here while those guys come out. And then I think we get these upgraded too. The wall with the built-in CC. Gotta love it. What did we have going there? I didn't catch what it was. It was probably a flyer, though, I would assume. And we got a boss flyer rolling in. we can basically just pluck all these guys off with our abilities here pretty easily. Just does a lot of damage to them. Alright, there we go. So we did take a bunch of damage here. Let's see, was it the wall over here? Yeah, it looks like it was the wall over here. Let's get a few more upgrades in. Looks like that's as far as we can go there. Boy, that first defense rate chart is going to be so sweet. Going to be very, very nice addition. All right, final wave. Let's see how we do here. We can throw one more upgrade on this wall. We got an ogre. Should not be too much of a problem here. There we go, ogre down. Dark Torment for the win. Another 100 baddies left. Always the range mobs. We took a little bit of a beating over here. We're getting beat up a little bit more early here. Ooh. Not sure what happened there. Oh, javelin throwers happened. That was another problem I didn't really have too much with the Dryad, is we were able to place those bees in a way where javelin throwers weren't an issue. Having a wall that we're actually going to use as a wall will be a little bit more challenging in that regard than the Mystic will. See, we got a reach level 15 achievement. Very, very nice. And let's see what kind of loot we got. Hopefully something shiny here. Let's check it out. Alright, we got us a power servo on a relic. That is a shiny. That's going to be a pretty massive power gain for the moment. Let's throw our Orc Boom. Actually, let's throw it on the Serpent's Coil. And then, you know, we got 311 defense health. So, I guess we'll just throw that one there. Do we have the Obelisk unlocked now? We don't have the Obelisk unlocked yet. So we still got a little bit of a ways to go there. But shouldn't be too far off, and looks like we got a little bit of armor on the ground too. That's going to give us a nice little extra power gain. But that will get it for this one. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.